Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all good. I'm Leah for those of you who are new. So this week I've been doing a little bit of a mid-year reset. First of all, I can't believe how quickly time is going, and I feel like we're basically like halfway through the year at this point, and I'm just like, what the hell? And I just had a feeling of like needing to kind of like reset my goals and like look over my goals and things like that, and set new goals like for the second half of the year, because I don't know, I feel like sometimes you set goals in like January and then it gets to halfway through and it's like, do these goals still align with me? Like, have I ticked any of the goals off? Do I want to set any new goals? So that's kind of what I've been like doing this week, and I've just kind of been like, well, yeah, like resetting things and starting again. And I also feel like, so June is actually my birthday month, so my birthday is the 13th of June, so I kind of feel like I'm closing a chapter on turning 24, so I just felt like this is like a perfect time to do a reset and just come with fresh energy, do you know what I mean? So the first thing that I did as part of my mid-year reset was have a good deep clean and a good declutter. I feel like this is just an essential thing to do. I feel like my head is always all over the place if my environment and my space is messy, and yeah, I just can't function. So I think it was so nice to just take time to like organize like spaces and things like that. Like yesterday I was like organizing all my cupboards, and it just felt so good when I looked in the cupboard and I was like, wow, this is just so like organized, and I feel so peaceful like just looking at my space and like having it like all nice and things like that. But one thing that I want to focus on for the rest of the year is making my home feel a lot more homely, and just making little touches to make my environment feel nice all of the time. So like I want to do things like organize my fridge and like get new prints up like in my living room and things like that, and just keep my space like extra nice and make it just feel super homely. So that's like one thing that I'm working on for the rest of the year. Like I've made like a massive list of things I want to do around my apartment just to make it feel good, make it feel cozy, you know? So as well as resetting my physical space, I also wanted to reset my digital space. So this was things like deleting old apps that I don't use, deleting things off my camera roll, deleting files I don't need anymore. Like, you know when you have like a downloads folder that just has like everything you've downloaded from however long ago, I was just like, clear all of that out, like we just, I don't know, bring a new energy in. So I wanted to just like, I don't know, start afresh and just make sure that my like digital space was also organized and clutter free, and there wasn't things that I didn't need there. One thing that I also still need to do as part of my digital declutter is delete all of my emails. Like I swear I have like 30,000 emails. I need to like get them all gone, and I also need to unsubscribe to pretty much everyone at this point. I honestly open my mail app and 99% of it is just completely irrelevant to me, and I'm just like, I need to actually like unsubscribe to all of this. Like I don't need to see all of this. So that's one thing that I still need to take time out to do, but I definitely think it will be well worth doing. And then another thing that I like to do as part of my digital reset is have a look at who I'm following on Instagram and YouTube, and if there's people that I don't really interact with, I don't really consume their content, or if their content makes me feel any type of way that isn't positive, then I will unfollow and unsubscribe and whatever. And then what I'll also do is look out for creators who are posting content that I do want to consume, that I think is beneficial to me and that's gonna make me feel good, and follow them just to kind of like, I don't know, bring like a new energy to like my timelines and to my algorithm and things like that. Like, yeah, I just want to see good stuff going forward. So one thing I think it's super important to do, especially at this time of year, is to think about your wins and accomplishments for the year, because I'm the type of person who gets to this point in the year and I'm like, I haven't achieved a single thing. I'm like, I haven't done anything this year. Like, what am I even doing? What's the point? We're 6 months into the year and I've not achieved anything. And then when I really sit down and think about it, I'm like, oh, I have actually done things this year. Like, this past 6 months haven't just been of nothing. Like, I've actually achieved some things that I'm really proud of, or like had some really big wins for the year. So yeah, make sure you take time to write a list of things that you've achieved and things that you're proud of. So I'll share with you the things on my list. So the first thing on my list of wins and accomplishments, this is like a major thing, and to be honest, this could be the biggest thing of the whole year, if I'm being completely honest. This could be the biggest thing of the year. but it was finishing the renovation project. So that was our 5th renovation project, and I was just super happy and super proud of how it turned out. I think especially like the communal area, and I feel like every time I look at the photos and videos, I just feel so proud, and I feel like it's such a major, I don't know, like a kind of step in our business career kind of thing. And yeah, I'm just really happy with that project, and I don't know, it just makes me feel good when I think about that project. Even though the project nearly killed me, I still feel really proud of it, and yeah, it's pretty major. So yeah. So another major big win for the year was actually getting laser eye surgery. So I mentioned in another video that I started wearing glasses when I was about 5. Obviously I'm 24 now, so for like literally 19 years, every day I had to wear glasses or contact lenses. And then this year I decided I'm going to get laser eye surgery, and to just wake up and be able to see perfectly and have like better than 20/20 vision is pretty incredible. And I'm so grateful that like I've been in a position where I'm actually able to do it, and yeah, honestly it's just absolutely amazing. So that's a major win. So another win for me was starting Reformer Pilates. So I'm not really a gym babe, and I felt like I needed like another form of exercise in my life, so I just stumbled across a little Reformer Pilates studio, and I just absolutely love it. I've literally been going like twice a week since I first started, and yeah, I'm just happy to be a Pilates babe. The next win is something that hasn't actually quite happened yet, but I'm still classing it in my list of wins, and it's the fact that I'm going on holiday soon. So I'm due to go on holiday next week, and this is going to be my first holiday since the pandemic, and I'm just glad that finally we can go away, get some sun, and yeah. We also hit 3,000 followers on the LCM Home Instagram page. I've also made some new friends this year, which has just been amazing. Like, hello new friends, welcome into my life. And then my final win of the year is the fact that I started wearing my hair out. Like, I never thought I would actually wear my hair out, but when I got my first silk press, I was like, wow, this is me now. Like, this is gonna be me for a while kind of thing. And I'm just so happy that I've reached a point of being confident enough to actually wear my hair out, because for so long I was like, I'm only wearing weaves, I'm only wearing wigs, I only want hair down to my ass. Like, that was just me. So to see me like wear my hair out, I'm like, go you know, like, I'm just proud of myself. Anyway. So yeah, those are my wins and accomplishments for the year, and it's definitely so important to do. Like, if you do anything from this video, do the list of wins and accomplishments, because I know it's so easy to forget. Like, honestly, it's so easy to forget and think like, I haven't achieved anything, but trust me, I'm sure you've done something. Even if it's something really tiny, just write it down in your list of wins and accomplishments, and yeah, you won't be so hard on yourself kind of thing. And yeah. So now we're going to talk about the things that maybe haven't gone so well, because it's important to reflect, and obviously these are things that I want to change as well. So for me, the first thing that hasn't gone well this year for me is not being as consistent on YouTube. So with the renovation projects going on at the start of this year, I was just so busy. I could not even bring myself to like think of content ideas or think of what I wanted to film. I just really didn't have the headspace for it. I didn't have the headspace for anything, if I'm being completely honest. And yeah, I was kind of disappointed that I ended up not being as consistent on YouTube. Not because I'm like, I want to be consistent on YouTube, but it was more that I'd got to a place where like, I can't even think to like put out a video, do you know what I mean? Like, for me, like, not being consistent on YouTube like represented so much more of just feeling like I am absolutely maxed out, and that's not how I want to feel, do you know what I mean? Like, I feel like I want to feel like I have time to at least put out one video a week, do you know what I mean? So yeah, I was a bit, not disappointed, but it was just a bit like, yeah, crazy. To be honest, the first like 3 things on my list kind of like tie in with each other, but I feel like because we were so busy, and like this has just been like a really busy start to the year, I feel like I haven't had time to be as creative as I wanted to be, and I haven't been able to like push myself when it comes to like making content, and I just want to be like more creative and just create like cool things, you know, and just, yeah. But I feel like with how busy we've been with the business, I just couldn't. I just didn't have the space for it. So yeah. And yeah, the third thing on my list that I wrote about that hasn't gone well is that the renovation project literally burnt me out. Like, me and mom were both finished from that project. Like, we just couldn't even function, and we've never really got to a point where like we've literally felt kind of like burnt out at the end of a project, and it wasn't a nice feeling. And I feel like even mom, like, she couldn't do like her little self-care things as well, like go on walks and things like that. And I feel like I just, you know, for the next projects and the projects going forward, I don't want to get to a point where at the end of it I'm burning out and like I can't do anything. Like, that's just not how I want to be. So yeah, that wasn't it wasn't my favorite part of the year, do you know what I mean? So yeah. And then other things that haven't gone as well, so I definitely haven't been as healthy in terms of my diet as I wanted to be. Like, why have I developed this really sweet tooth? It's actually not funny because I never used to be like this, but why is it that every single day of my life I want to drink a white mocha? Every single day. So I'm trying to, you know, be a bit more healthier going forward. I go through phases where I'm like really, really healthy and I'm on it, and then I go through other phases where I'm literally eating cake for breakfast. And yeah, I kind of just want to be like healthier with my diet. Like, the exercise part of things is fine and completely like chill. It's the diet, that's where I slip up. But yeah, something to work on. Also, one thing that's not going particularly well at the minute is I do feel a little bit stagnant with life. I feel a bit like flat, like nothing's really, I feel like I'm a little bit bored, nothing's really happening, and it's just kind of like I'm just in my life routine. So I feel like I'm kind of like figuring out, okay, like what else do I want to do with life, and blah blah blah. And yeah, just like, I don't know, like big questions that you kind of ask yourself. I don't know if maybe part of this is because I'm turning 25 as well, or maybe I'm having like a bit of a quarter life crisis. But you know when you feel like you want to like, what's the word, like change everything in your whole life? Like, that's how I feel. Like, even in terms of like where I live, the city I lived, or moved country, like, I don't know, I'm just thinking about anything. But yeah, I just feel a bit stagnant and bored at the minute. I don't really know what I can do to fix that, but yeah, we'll just see. So after I thought about things that hadn't gone so well this year, I also thought about, okay, what in my life isn't really serving me? Like, what do I need to get rid of to become the best version of myself? So for me, it's things like I'm on my phone too much. It's not even that I'm on my phone too much. Well, no, I am on my phone too much. But like, when I'm on it, I'm not productive with it. Like, I'm just looking at TikTok. But TikTok is so good, but it's not helping me achieve what I want to achieve in this life. So I need to cut down and be a bit more savvy with my time on my phone. And yeah, my screen time is a joke. I might insert a screenshot of my time, but if it's really bad, I'll be too embarrassed to, and I won't. So if you don't see a screenshot, know that it's probably about 10 hours a day. So yeah, being on my phone too much and not being productive with it. Another thing that isn't serving me is impulse spending. I do not know what is wrong with me. I don't know why I buy things so quickly and so impulsively. But I need to stop it. I need to stop it. I have been a little bit better the past few days. Like, I added some stuff to my bag, and then I took a bit of time to breathe, and I was like, I'm not gonna do it. And that was actually really big for me because yeah. So yeah, I'm trying to cut back on my impulse spending because I don't know what's wrong with me. I actually don't know what's wrong with me. And then another thing that definitely isn't serving me is not eating healthy food. But it's weird because I know for a fact that when I eat healthy, I have so much more energy. I feel so much better in myself. But why do I still eat cake for breakfast? I don't know. I don't know. So yeah, it's not helping me, not eating healthy. So yeah, I feel like what it is when you eat like sugary like food and like junk food and things like that, it feels good in the moment, and then after it's kind of like But when you eat healthy food, it takes a while to feel good, but you feel better longer term. Do you know what I mean? Like, junk food is such like a quick fix. Anyway, and then for the final part of my mid-year reset, I really took some time to think about like who I want to be at the end of the year and what goals do I need to set. So I feel like it's cool to like look at different areas of life. So it could be like relationships, health, money, spirituality, religion, and things like that. Look at like different life areas and set goals for the ones that you feel like setting goals. I didn't set goals in every like life category there is. I just picked the ones that were most important to me right now and for the like the next 6 months of the year. And I will share them with you. So the first area of my life I really want to work on is my health and fitness. I just want to be as healthy as I can be. I feel like this is just like a constant goal, if I'm completely honest. Like I always just want to be as healthy and as fit as I can be. So some of the things that I'm gonna do to help me achieve that are, I'm gonna start going to Pilates 3 times a week. So currently I do 2, but I feel like an extra session would be good and I can fit it in, so why not? As I mentioned before, I really want to work on my diet and I want to make sure that I'm eating healthier food and nutritious food that's going to make me feel good. I also want to start doing 10k steps a day. So towards the start of the year, I was actually doing like 10 to 15k steps a day. And then I kind of just fell off and now I'm probably doing about 3,000 again. But I actually felt really good when I was walking more, and it's such a simple form of exercise and I think you actually do get really like kind of fit from it. So I need to get my step count back up, and yeah. And then also as part of my health and fitness journey, I want to start stretching more, because for one, obviously I do pole fitness and being flexible does really help. But also like I think it's nice to take time out to stretch and kind of like not rest your body, but like, do you know what I mean, kind of help your body repair by stretching. I feel like so often we're just like exercise, but we need to look after our bodies and like stretch and make sure our bodies are feeling good. So yeah, those are things that I want to bring into like my health and fitness journey. So next, in terms of my career goals, so for the next 6 months it's really important that we purchase another renovation project, obviously to keep the business going. So that is going to be probably the main focus for the next kind of like month or two, like finding the next renovation project. And then I also want to get more creative with the LCM Home Instagram. So yeah, I want to be posting more reels and just, I don't know, just more creative content, and just I want to make the Instagram page more interesting, and I don't want it to just be like before and afters every single day kind of thing. I want to just, I don't know, be more creative with it, and yeah. And then one thing that I also want to do in terms of career is start posting consistently on YouTube again, and I want to get to a place where I'm like planning things out well in advance, and I'm thinking about the type of content I want to create and just really getting back on track with being a consistent babe on YouTube, because I used to be so consistent. I used to like very rarely miss like an upload. So yeah, I definitely want to get back into being consistent, and yeah. Then in terms of my personal growth goals, one thing I want to do is just learn more. Like I feel like I just want to learn more about like everything. You know, sometimes you just like feel curious about certain things. I feel like I want to tap into that curiosity and just make sure that I'm like constantly learning about different things. I'd also love to learn more about things like interior design, because obviously that will help with my renovation business. And yeah, I just want to constantly just be like learning new things. Like, you know, sometimes when people talk and you're just like, oh my god, you're so like intelligent, I feel like I want to be like that. Do you know what I mean? I just want to have more knowledge on like different things and like different issues in the world and things like that. Like I hate feeling like I'm kind of out the loop of like what's going on in the world kind of thing. So I just want to learn more and open my mind out to the world kind of thing. Also, a few months ago I started learning Spanish, and I did fall off of it, but I would like to pick up my Spanish again, because I actually really enjoyed like sitting down and like opening the app and like speaking a little bit of Spanish. So yeah, I want to pick that up again. And then the next thing I also want to do in terms of personal growth is read more books and listen to more podcasts that support changes that I want to see in my life. So I mentioned in my last vlog that I was having some body confidence like insecurities and struggles, and it's something that I want to change, and I want to be more body positive going forward about myself, and you know, I want to feel more confident in myself. So I started reading this book called More Than a Body, and so far it's really good, and like the things in the book are really helping me, and they're definitely lessons that I'm gonna, you know, share with people and like share going forward. But I feel like it's just a good book that supports like a change that I want to see in my life kind of thing. So maybe if you have like anxiety or anything, maybe you could find a book that like helps people who have anxiety. Do you know what I mean? Just really like focus on consuming things that are going to help you change positively. So yeah. And another thing that I want to do is explore more. So obviously I mentioned before about feeling a bit stagnant in my life and feeling a bit bored, and I feel like that's because I'm so in my routine, and Sorry, my neighbour was just like looking at me through the window. I feel like I'm so in my routine and my life is very like samey. I wake up, walk the dog, eat food, go to pole, go to Pilates. There's nothing really exciting going on. So one thing I really want to do is explore more. So even if I'm exploring like more of Birmingham, I'm not saying that I have to like go to the other side of the world. Even if I'm like looking for new restaurants and like new things to do in Birmingham, I feel like it will kind of help me feel a bit more like I've got something to look forward to, do you know what I mean? And like I'm doing different things and like seeing different things. And I feel like one thing I might do like is just like make a massive list of like places that I want to go and experiences that I want to have. I feel like that will bring a bit of life back into me, do you know what I mean? Like just having things to like look forward to kind of thing. I also wanted to set some like creativity goals. So one thing I'd love to do is learn how to use Photoshop, because I always see girls on YouTube who have really good thumbnails, and I know it's not Canva. It's definitely not Canva. So I just want to learn how to use Photoshop. But like also I think it's like a really cool skill to have. Like when I did my internship, I did learn how to use Photoshop a little bit, but I didn't really learn it fully. But I think it's such like a cool tool, and I feel like you can just be like super creative on there. So one thing that I'd also like to work on for the rest of the year is my video editing skills. I feel like editing can really make the difference in videos and how they look, and I just really appreciate like good editing. So I definitely want to step up my skills and make better videos. So I also would like to set spiritual and financial goals, but I didn't want to rush it. So I'm just gonna sit on it, see how I feel. Like there's never any rush with like these types of things, so I don't feel any pressure or anything like that. So guys, that is it for my mid-year reset. Let me know if you guys are going to do anything similar. How are you feeling about the fact that we're like basically 6 months into the year? I'd love to know, so comment down below. Make sure you give this video a big thumbs up and subscribe. I'd really appreciate it, and I'll see you next time. Bye.